So, Josh, we're clocking in 3 straight months of declines. Been a bit of a rough stretch. I know that most want to know if there's still a chance for a year-end rally. November is the best month of the year traditionally, December 2nd. So seasonality is on our side.
Yeah.
And I see you have a new buy, and it's AMD. And that company reports today in OT. But why is AMD part of the Josh Brown portfolio now?
So AMD is a stock that's been on my radar for a long time. I had been in and out of it before, long time ago. AMD, I think, is at a really interesting moment in the company's history. Tonight, they'll report earnings. The earnings, of course, are always important. But what's more important than the numbers themselves is what Lisa Su has to say about the launch of the new AI chip. So, look, this is a market that NVIDIA basically owns. And the H100 chip is what turned NVIDIA into a $1 trillion company. And they have a huge lead over everyone, and no one should think that I'm saying otherwise. But what I would say is, if you look at the history of technology, it is highly unlikely that any one company maintains 90 to 100% market share forever. AMD is the chip maker that has the best shot to capture 25, maybe 30% of this market over the next 5 years. And when I say this market, understand something. The market for AI chips could be literally $150 billion if you listen to what Intel says, what Qualcomm says, not just AMD's opinion. So I think that they have a shot at this. Tonight's a very big moment. They're going to talk about the launch, which happens this quarter. There are 2 types of chips for AI. This is very important. I'll finish with this. 2 types of chips for AI. Training. NVIDIA has 90% of the market for training. That's how they teach these systems how to operate. The other market, arguably the more important market longer term, is inference. AMD's architecture is specifically geared toward capturing meaningful share in inference. Inference is like when you go on a large language model, you post a query. That's how it responds on an ongoing basis. So I think AMD is walking through the door of becoming a serious AI player. The stock is down from 158 here in the mid-90s. I have a small position. We'll see what happens if I'm able to add to it. But I wanted to make sure I was in before they came out and said anything that could meaningfully move the stock.
Steph, I mean, it's been dicey lately a bit for the SMH and for the chips. You know, NVIDIA is barely above $400. It's the most loved, you could argue, of all of the names, even though I know it's not the most loved for you. That's where Broadcom and comes in, some of the others, obviously. But Jonathan Krinsky today says in a note, come at the king, you best not miss. Okay, he's talking about NVIDIA breaking support and suggests at least 10% more downside is ahead. Now, I know because it's not yours, you may not have a specific opinion on NVIDIA, but the space itself can't afford, I'm saying, to have an AMD miss today and an NVIDIA break down another 10%.
Well,
because a lot of other names are going to go down with it if it does.
Of course, and that's where your opportunity is going to be. One thing that we've heard from a lot of technology companies is that the PC market is actually bottoming. We heard that from IBM last week. And I do think that we're also hearing wafer fab equipment, the end market, is bottoming. We heard from Lam Research. They actually increased their guidance twice so far. Stock is still down a lot from a year ago. So I do think you're going to be able to pick your spots. I think Broadcom is getting wrapped up in the whole VMware thing. Let that pass. If it doesn't go through, they're going to buy back a ton of stock. If it does go through, 55% of their revenues is going to be recurring. So I think there are opportunities. But you asked at the top of the show if we think that there's a rally into the end of the year. I absolutely do. I actually think the sentiment is really washed out right here. And whether you're looking at the S&P oscillator, whether you're looking at the fear and greed index, you look at Josh's RSI stuff, it's all really pointing to very negative sentiment. And that's number one. Number two, I think the Fed is done, right? Even if they go 1 or 2 more times, they're done. They're basically done. You're in the 9th inning, and we're not going into extra innings because I know you were going to ask me that. Peak rates, I do think that we are seeing peak rates. Look at the bond market, right? Look at GDP and PCE and ECI today, and it's kind of like in a trading range right now. It's not exploding higher, so I think you're starting to see a peak in rates as well. You add it all up, earnings are coming in better than expected. Yeah, 2.5%, 3% isn't something to get so excited about, but it's certainly better than negative, and that's what people were expecting heading into the quarter.